Welcome back, YouTubers, to our Royal Rumble preview and predictions video of us, the British Fist.
Coaching.
Are you gonna bump me, NJ?
Coaching.
Please bump me.
Coaching.
I was gonna look like a fool if you didn't bump me there. Subscribe down below, comment down below, and like this video. Well, yeah, down below.
And make sure you contact us in the links in the description box below.
And I'm Mr. Parkin, and this guy sitting next to me, holding his head very strangely and very patriotically, of course, is none other than NJ, people.
What's up?
What's up? God, I love that what's up. And by the way, did you know that if you can send in your own little what's up clips, about 5-6 seconds long, and it'll be part of our Elimination Chamber introduction and outro that we're going to be doing. It's pretty cool. You guys could get involved.
The thing is, we're always trying to think of ways to interact with you guys, YouTubers or none, and this way is just a great way for us to have entertainment and for you to be a part of the British Fist.
Indeed.
So please, please, please send in you doing the what's up?
Yes, to any of the links in the description box below, or via email dannyparkin02@googlemail.com, which will be in the description box below. Anyway, let's get to business. Royal Rumble 2013, the start of the road to WrestleMania, the second biggest pay-per-view of the year for WWE. What is your general feel about the Royal Rumble pay-per-view going in and looking at the card in front of us?
WWE, this is one of your big pay-per-views. Am I looking forward to it? No. The only match I'm really looking forward to, which I'm pretty sure you are too, WWE, is The Rock versus CM Punk. Forget about the rest of the card. Forget about the Rumble itself, which at the moment, for many fans' eyes, is a bit predictable. Yes, you're going to do famous returns and great stuff, but I don't feel the Rumble. I feel the main event, but I don't feel the Rumble.
I will say this, I'm with you, I don't feel the card, but at the same time, it's a pretty damn solid card in my opinion. I mean, you've got CM Punk versus The Rock, which should be a great main event.
Yep.
The Rumble match is always exciting, even with the lack of build. You've got some pretty solid matches in there as well. We did talk a lot about the Royal Rumble in our Friday video, which we will link, I guess, somewhere here or down there or somewhere, where we talked about all different things about the Rumble. So we're probably going to spend most of our time talking about the undercard here and just addressing some quick things about the Rumble and the main event match, which we also talked about in another video, CM Punk versus Rock. Let's start with the pre-show. We got Antonio Cesaro versus Miz in a United States Championship match. My first thought was, why the hell is this on the pre-show? I mean, this has had a lot of build to it. It's a very compelling match for a championship. Why didn't this make the card? The
WWE, I think, are quite ridiculous. Pre-shows I've never properly agreed with. Yes, it's nothing compared to Heat. And with this being a championship match, it should really be actually on the card, because you're giving Miz a pay-per-view match, Cesaro, who you want to be an upcoming star, a pay-per-view match, but instead you give them a pre-show match. I just don't see why. It basically screams out the championship's probably not going to change, even though it did change once in a past pay-per-view.
SummerSlam, yes, with Cesaro.
This is just still a bit ridiculous.
Here's an idea, WWE. Instead of putting a United States Championship match on there, why not put a Battle Royal on there, which is going to determine entrant? They're going to do an NXT tournament to decide if an NXT rookie is going to be in the Rumble. Why not put that on the pre-show? Or just a Battle Royal with 10 guys on the roster? That would help at least hype the Rumble, but I really feel a match like this that has had at least some build should definitely be on the card. Team Hell No versus the Road Scholars for the Tag Team Championship. Do you feel this is the time that the Team Road Scholars will take the belts away from Team Hell No now?
I've said this a few times. When it comes to the booking of this, there's been moments where Team Road Scholars have looked good, but there's been times when Team Hell No have looked better. So at the minute, I think the booking has been more favouring Team Hell No than the challengers, but for the sake of possibly slowly building the Kane-Bryan feud and to give Team Road Scholars their push and build to something big like WrestleMania against DX, I think Team Road Scholars should pick up the win somehow, some way.
I agree. I think it's time. I think Team Hell No have gotten quite stale, and as good as they've been for the tag team division, I really think it's time for Road Scholars to take those belts into WrestleMania. I think they're probably the best tag team around in the WWE right now to take those belts, and I fully expect my boy Cody Rhodes and Damian Sandow also to take those belts at this pay-per-view. We have a World Heavyweight Championship match. It's a last man standing match between Alberto Del Rio and Big Show. Now, they made some really drastic changes here. On SmackDown, I know because I watched and reviewed the SmackDown on my channel, they had a last man standing match for the World Heavyweight Championship between Del Rio and Big Show, where Del Rio went over in a big fashion as a babyface. And now they've got Del Rio as a babyface. They're just doing the same match that they had on free TV on pay-per-view. Now, while this match, in my opinion, should be pretty good, judging by what I saw on SmackDown, I've just seen it on free TV. So why the hell would, if I was a fan, would I want to pay for something that I've just watched on free TV? It's just kind of silly, in my opinion.
It is a bit of a shame, but I think with the stipulation, with the match type, I think they've used it correctly. They've used a big match type at a pay-per-view, step up from SmackDown. The thing with this is that before that match that he won the championship, Del Rio's booking hadn't actually been the best. So him winning the championship over someone as great and big as the Big Show, I'm not the biggest Big Show fan anymore, but he was still a dominant guy who beat Sheamus, did this, did that. So coming to a rematch, it's hard for me to say I think Del Rio is going to win, but somehow I think he probably will. But I do expect this to be a better match than SmackDown, hopefully.
What I see from this is I think WWE and especially Vince McMahon see something in Del Rio as a babyface to appeal to Hispanics and Latinos, and I think two things are very obvious here. That they really want to push Del Rio as a babyface now, and they give him that big win over Big Show. They're going to give him another big win over Big Show here. And also, I feel that Del Rio is also a face champion, and they turned him face so they could have Dolph Ziggler cash in the Money in the Bank briefcase on him at some point down the line. So I fully expect Alberto Del Rio to win here and then also be part of the Elimination Chamber match going forward to WrestleMania.
This is the first thing we were talking about, like about Del Rio's face turn. Someone was saying it was to be representing the Hispanics and that, but straight away I thought for Ziggler to beat the Big Show, it's kind of unlikely. You can't really see Ziggler doing it with his bad booking. So with Del Rio now as the champion, someone who's not had the best booking, a more smaller guy than the Big Show, you can see it happening. So could I see Del Rio winning in a fluky way, Big Show knocking him out, and Ziggler to cash in? It's a short run for Del Rio, but if the main idea is not for Del Rio to look good, it's just so Ziggler can get the championship, it's a possibility.
Yeah, I really don't want WWE to cut Del Rio short once again. I really feel they should give him at least a decent run with the belt before they have Ziggler cash it in. I'm not really sure what they're going to do, but let's go on to the Royal Rumble match. We talked a lot about the Royal Rumble match, surprise appearances, who we feel is going to go the longest, the most eliminations, who we feel is going to win it in the Friday video. But we have 18 announced people for the Rumble, which leaves 12 empty spots. We have John Cena, Randy Orton, Sheamus, Dolph Ziggler, Heath Slater, Jinder Mahal, Drew McIntyre, Antonio Cesaro, Wade Barrett, The Miz, Ryback, Titus O'Neil, Darren Young, Kane, Daniel Bryan, Great Khali, Kofi Kingston, and the winner of an NXT tournament.
So Team Hell No lose their championships, but they get a Rumble shot. So this would be a great chance for a surprise winner of like Kane, Daniel Bryan to go through it and look good and maybe win, but probably not. Yeah,
so it looks like those 12 spots are definitely going to be filled by either some roster guys or definitely some returns, which we discussed once again at length in our Friday video. For me personally, like I said on Friday, I only see 3 winners here. Those 3 winners are either John Cena, Sheamus or Ryback, maybe possibly Orton. But like I said, I really do hope they surprise us here. And I don't think for a minute this will be the main event either, especially with CM Punk versus Rock.
If WWE want to give me the benefit of the doubt that this pay-per-view is going to be better than I expected, I want a surprise winner. If not, then my prediction going into this is that the only match that really matters, in my opinion, is the main event. But I do hope for the best.
Indeed, and I do think it'll either be John Cena to set up that big match with Rock at WrestleMania, or they will have a World Heavyweight Championship guy go after, you know, a SmackDown guy win it and go after the World Heavyweight Championship, which may include Ryback. Let's go on to the main event. CM Punk versus Rock for the WWE Championship. If the Shield interfere, Punk will be stripped of the championship. You know, the build to this, I mean, I'm excited. Rock is wrestling CM Punk in the main event of a Royal Rumble pay-per-view, which is always good to see. But I feel the writing is on the wall for CM Punk. I can't see anyone else other than The Rock coming out of this the champion, unless they're going to try and set up a rematch at Elimination Chamber. Either way, I think The Rock is definitely going to go into WrestleMania with that WWE Championship to garner mainstream interest going in and try and get as many buys as they possibly can.
We made a big deal out of this winner because we thought that there's benefits of CM Punk winning, which is if CM Punk wins, he could say to Cena, I beat The Rock and you couldn't, which probably makes Cena want to rematch The Rock and face him, so that could be a good reason for CM Punk. And to continue his long title run, giving him more momentum to whoever he loses it to. It better be someone worth it. And then there's The Rock winning, which is obviously what Vince McMahon wants. The money to come in, the appearances, the speciality building up to WrestleMania. But it all depends on Rock's schedule, because that's the big deal here.
Yeah.
There are many people who bash The Rock because of his schedule. If he becomes champion, how many appearances is he going to make as the champion between Rumble and WrestleMania?
Indeed, and that is the big issue. As we discussed on our Sunday video, or last Sunday video now, we've done many video topics pertaining to the Royal Rumble. But like I said, this should be a good match. I expect it will be the main event. I think the crowd will be pretty hot for this one. It should be a pretty damn good match. But I see The Rock winning the belt here and setting up somehow a main event match for John Cena and The Rock 2 going into WrestleMania. That's how I see it happening, as much as I don't really want it to. But let's face it. If The Rock wins the belt, at least it will give Rock fans, and maybe some past fans as well, a chance to relive, nostalgia and become fans once again, especially for people in the YWC that consider themselves smart marks. So I will say that about one good thing about The Rock winning. We can try and maybe be fans again rather than smarks.
Well, to be honest, I'm expecting this match to be probably the best part of the show, the match that's going to draw the eyes. Some people have seen bashing this match, but all I'm going to say is that finally the People's Champion will be back.
Indeed, he'll be back at the Royal Rumble and then at WrestleMania probably to work maybe his last match. Going into the Royal Rumble then, I feel that there is a very solid card. If Cesaro and Miz was on the card as well, I would say it was a very solid card. My excitement for the Royal Rumble isn't all there though. I mean, it's mainly because we haven't really been watching Raw live because it sucks, and SmackDown live either because it's a filler show. But, there's some matches there that can really deliver, especially the CM Punk vs. Rock match, and the Rumble could give us some surprises, even though we really feel it won't. So, even though I'm not that excited, I still think that this Royal Rumble pay-per-view can deliver. I think the undercard is pretty decent, considering undercards of last Royal Rumbles come past.
Every pay-per-view, I think, needs at least one surprise, and all I'm going to say is that, in my opinion, for me to enjoy this pay-per-view more than I'm not feeling right now, there needs to be more than one surprise here. So in the Rumble, give us surprises. The main event is going to be good, but at the minute, I just don't feel this Rumble.
So it'll be interesting to see how WWE use the Royal Rumble going into WrestleMania and setting up feuds, etc. Give us your thoughts going into the Royal Rumble pay-per-view and what you feel may happen, or any surprises we may get, down in the comment section below. And also don't forget to check out the video we did yesterday, in which, like we said many times in this video, I know, in which we addressed many aspects of the Royal Rumble match itself. If you feel we didn't talk too much about the Rumble in this video, then you'll definitely see us talk a long time about the Rumble in that video. Alternatively, if you think we didn't talk that much about CM Punk vs. The Rock, we did a video pertaining as to who we feel should win and pros and cons, and what should main event the Royal Rumble as well earlier, which we'll link all of those in the description box below so you guys actually know about them. So there's plenty there for you to watch if you feel we didn't go into that much detail in this preview.
And now, people, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed our videos. Hopefully you'll enjoy the pay-per-view. And please, 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 if you haven't done already, please take part in the What's Up video, because it's so far, it's looking brilliant. We thank you for taking part already. And until next time, YouTubers, tune in for our video on Sunday night, the Rumble review. And until next time, YouTubers, goodbye.